Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bites here giving you all a rundown of all the movement tech that is known in the Psychonauts 2 speedrun. I went a little bit over this on the GDQ hot picks that we were featured in. There's some things I've overlooked, some things that are new, but I kind of want to just go over them real quick once again, just to get everyone up to speed on what's going on in the Psychonauts 2 speedrun. So the first thing I want to cover is Psi Hops. Psi Hops are pretty much the universal go-to for the speedrun, or anything in general, if you choose to do so in casual. Pretty much the fastest way around each level, but you do have a cooldown for each shot. I am playing on a 100% file, so I have no cooldowns on any of my abilities, but keep in mind that the minimum that you will have will be 3 shots, and if you do Psi Hop around a lot, note that you will stop the cooldown every time you shoot a Psi Blast, so kind of use it wisely. Play around the cooldown, don't kind of spam it around just to get around really large areas. You can kind of just space out or even mix in with other movement techs that I will go over in a little bit. But yeah, basic Psi Hops consist of Psi Blasts, and rather than this little animation of the Psi Blast, and during this animation you can kind of dodge roll or tumble with it using the tumble button, whichever it is for you. Defaulted it is B or circle if you're playing on PlayStation. And combining these two along with a jump right after the dodge, you can keep that momentum from the dodge. The earlier you jump, the farther and faster you will go. So if you kind of just space out the jump itself, you still can get the same momentum. It will carry on, but just know if you do it earlier and hold the jump, you can go into a farther launch. This can also be done with telekinesis. Telekinesis has the same kind of animation as a Psi Blast, where Raz is kind of still. So doing a TK throw, telekinesis throw, you can dodge and jump and have the same kind of outcome as a Psi Blast. We don't really do this much, probably only once or twice in the run, but it's very useful to kind of also know that it's possible. Just make sure you don't dodge too early, or else you will drop the item. Just kind of like that. So make sure that you do throw the item and then dodge and jump, because you need that animation to be cancelled in order to even have a launch. And that's pretty much about it with those kinds of hops. And the next thing I want to go over are Lev Hops. Lev Hops are pretty much frame perfect. I have these binds set to my keyboard, as I do play on the PC version of this game. So if you look into my settings, my binds for keyboard are left arrow for my jump, as well as my Psi Power 4, which is my levitation. So having those two on the same button allows you to jump and levitate on the same time. This just goes with levitation ball pull down from glide. If you enable this, it will always put the ball under you. And then I have my tumble set to my down arrow. So you can kind of see on my inputs here that I'm pressing my left arrow just a little bit after my down arrow. And that's just because you need the speed of the initial dodge roll animation to kind of carry that momentum forward, allowing you to even get full speed on the levitation ball. Another thing you can do with these binds is that if you press both of them at the same time, you can get your double jump. Normally you're not able to have a jump after you cancel levitation. So here I'm just kind of trying to stop and jump at the same time, but you can't. But for some reason with these Lev Hops, because you're still in midair, it just allows you to use that second jump because the game just thinks that you used only a jump when you do have the levitation ball kind of under you still. But with these Lev Hops, you can kind of just roll around really fast. This can also transition to the next piece of movement tech I wanted to go over, which is surfing. So with surfing, we use the level 3 upgrade, which is Pouncy Ball, allowing you to hold X to kind of charge this extra height ability, but kind of utilizing the charge of the Pouncy Ball, we kind of cancel it midair to allow us to carry our horizontal speed, or just speed in general, and kind of move through very long corridors or kind of just large areas, mostly used in the questionable area, just because this is much faster than side blasting or Psi Hopping, but nothing really is used out of surfing other than just kind of going from point A to point B, whereas Psi Hopping kind of allows you to give you more of an option to platform at your pace, really. So if you're not comfortable with Psi Hopping, surfing will be your go-to for sure, but that pretty much is all you can really get out of surfs. You can pretty much just Lev Hop and surf together and keep that fast speed from the Lev Hop and carry it over to whatever large area you are currently in. So it's your choice how you want to use surfing. It's useful in a lot of areas. I definitely use it over Psi Hopping, but it's preference, and it is fast. So how do you, if you would like to use surfing? Surfing is also kind of hard to do with the cannonball pin. You choose to kind of use that pin with 100% or rank 102, or you don't really need it on rank 102, but surfing is still a lot easier to kind of move around, and with that cannonball pin, it's almost harder to surf, because if you kind of press X in the air, you might even press cannonball by accident. So if you do have cannonball equipped, all you have to do is just press both A and X, or just jump and attack at the same time to just surf around, or else if you press it too late, you will cannonball. So keep that in mind when you have that equipped. And that's pretty much all I can cover with surfing. The next bit of movement I wanted to get over. So normally we're not able to kind of reach higher places with just a simple double jump. But with this slam cancel, kind of able to reach higher as if it was like a third jump almost. This just gives you higher elevation after your second jump, canceling pretty much a ground pound with levitation, allowing you to have more control in the air and just kind of grabbing anything that's too high for Raz to jump up to. We also use this for wall jumps. So if you jump off a wall and slam cancel, you can turn back around to the same wall. You can also kind of wall jump, redirect yourself with the ball or the levitation. But do know that you only have 3 uses, and also a timer along with levitation, so you can't use it all the time. You have a total of 3 uses, and I believe 5 seconds, or no, not even 5 seconds, 3 seconds maybe. I haven't really timed how long you can use this. Probably just put it in post how long the bubble lasts. But not a lot of uses to levitation in regards to getting to higher elevated places, other than just using a slam cancel. You can also use the same setting of the pull down from glide to kind of reach for even higher places. So it makes it kind of easier to get to these higher places with the pull down for only certain ledges. Not many places are really needed for this, but it's kind of useful to know that you can extend an extension almost with this kind of tech. It's very useful to know, but yeah, there's that option to pretty much anything you can use. And the next thing I wanted to cover is prop flying once again. I made a video on this previously, but I kind of want to go over it since it is part of the movement tech in this game. Basically, Raz has this kind of feature with Psi Blast. If you charge it, you won't really be able to fall off ledges. So combining this with telekinesis, where this item is pretty much just locked on the right side of the screen or the right side of Raz at all times. If you constantly move while holding this item and charging your Psi Blast, you can just fly around pretty much to as high as you want, with the exception of there being invisible walls or ceilings. And you can throw the item wherever you want. But do keep in mind that the item will hit Raz eventually, causing it to break. And if you do throw it, it's going to be hard to catch it again, depending on the distance between you and Raz. So be careful which items you choose to hold, because they might break eventually. And another thing I want to show off, I can't show off with 100%, so I'm going to load another file to show off roll canceling. We use this very little in the run, but it's useful just to have another option if you are running out of cooldowns or you are not able to use your abilities, such as in the beginning of the run. Roll cancels basically use your attack and a roll, and if you attack during a roll and press roll again, you can chain these to get a little fast maneuver to just get around certain places. It's just a little rhythm to it. If you kind of do it too late, you can still get a roll, the dodge roll itself. So you don't really need to do it immediately. So you can do it as slow as you want, or if you kind of understand the timing, you can go pretty fast. But again, it is at a rhythm. So once you figured out that rhythm, it'll be much easier for you to roll around in certain places, just for those small spaces in the run where this is actually used. Very little usage, since we do have the Psi Blasts and the prop flies, along with the surfing. So the main things you just want to kind of focus on are getting used to surfing. Surfing is useful if you are not comfortable with Psi Hopping. And again, you do have a limit. So you can see now I have no cooldown. Or, yeah, I have a cooldown. And it does stop as soon as I do shoot. So keep that in mind. I usually just kind of combo a Psi Hop into levitation. Sometimes it carries the speed, sometimes it doesn't. But if you do it early enough, you can kind of hold that speed for wherever place you choose to go. But yeah, that about covers most of the movement tech in this game. I hope you all learned a thing or two. Once again, I'll be trying to make a little bit more tutorials covering Psychonauts 2. Possibly even updating some documents to help other runners. Definitely check out the runs. We're still finding new things. And there's still things to be found as well. This game is fairly new. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out my streams when I do run. Be on my description, or you can search It's Bytes on Twitch. Check out the leaderboards on speedrun.com /psychonauts_2, and join the Discord from there as well. There's a tiny icon of a little Discord logo, and if you click that, you'll be able to join the Speedrun Discord. If you do have questions, feel free to ask there. Feel free to ask in the comments down below as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.